feels. If doctor says that it is
Battle
required,
against
only then go.
COVID-19 continues. 60,490 patients have recovered and been discharged. 80,722 active cases, 4,167 deaths. Under Vande Bharat mission, the stranded Indians continue to be repatriated. Preparations completed for flights from Israel and Dubai. Shramik Express trains for migrant laborers continues. The Ministry of Railways has so far transported more than 40 lakh people through Shramik trains. Worldwide, the number of coronavirus infections exceeds 54,95,000. The death toll reaches 3,46,000. Brazil and Russia follow the United States in the number of infections. The WHO halts the trials of hydroxychloroquine over safety fears. COVID death toll in the most affected country, that's the US, has crossed 98,000. The UK is all set to reopen thousands of shops in easing of national lockdown. Foreign visitors to Spain will no longer have to undergo a 2-week quarantine from July 1st. Summer heat sears in most parts of north and central India as the India Meteorological Department issues a red warning till May 28. The peak intensity forecast for today. Fire breaks out at a shoe factory in Keshavpuram in Delhi. 27 fire tenders controlled the fire. No casualty has been reported. Namaskar and welcome to the news. I'm Mark Lynn. Let's begin with our top story and let's begin with a look at the COVID-19 situation in the country. These are the active number of cases, 80,722, 60,490 have recovered and 4,167 fatalities. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Delhi continue to be the worst affected states in the country. The government's Vande Bharat mission to bring back stranded Indians from various parts of the world is at its peak. An Air India flight repatriating Indian nationals from Israel has taken off. Passengers are expressing their gratitude to the government of India for all the assistance being extended to them during these tough times.
Thank you, Indian Embassy and Air India for taking us back home. Thank you so much.
And the second phase of Vande Bharat mission is from the Gulf, bringing back stranded Indian nationals to the country. It will begin today. The eight flights, in fact, will be operating from UAE on the first day today, and over 1,300 passengers are expected to fly back to India in these flights. Approximately 140 flights from the Gulf countries are scheduled in this phase till the 8th of June. A maximum number of flights are scheduled from the UAE. A list of 57 flights have been declared as of now from Dubai and another 26 flights from Abu Dhabi. And these flights will, we hope, bring back more than 23,000 stranded and Indians who are asking to be brought back. The Indian Railways has operationalized 3,060 Shramik special trains till the 25th of May across the country. More than 40 lakh passengers have been transported to their home states through the Shramik special trains in 25 days. On the 24th of May, 237 Shramik special trains were run, moving 3.1 lakh passengers. The top 5 states and union territories from where the maximum number of trains have originated are Gujarat with 853 trains, Maharashtra with 550 trains, Punjab with 333 trains, Uttar Pradesh with 221 trains and Delhi with 181 trains. The congestion witnessed in the railway network on the 23rd and 24th of May has now been resolved. It had occurred due to convergence of more than 2/3 of the rail traffic on routes to Bihar and Uttar Pradesh and the late clearance of the terminals due to health protocols that needed to be completed by the state authorities. The matter has been resolved through active consultation with the state governments and also finding other feasible routes for the journey. In addition to the Shramik specials, the railways are running 30 pairs of special trains which connect New Delhi. This began on the 12th of May, and plans now will continue to start 200 more trains on the timetables from the 1st of June. The Indian Railways on May 1 had started the Shramik special trains to move migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists and students and others who are stranded in different parts of the country because of the lockdown. In Moradabad, special trains are carrying thousands of migrant laborers every single day, on a single day this is. And after the railway staffers, now the RSS workers have started kitchen service at the platform. Over 400 RSS workers prepare food. They pack them and distribute them along with water bottles to migrant workers arriving from the special trains. The food arrangement by the RSS will continue till the 31st of May, the last day of the lockdown 4.0. Besides this, the RSS also plans to increase the number of meals to 15,000. They are also following the government's social distancing guidelines while distributing the food and water in trains at the Moradabad railway station. So in order to fight coronavirus, the Health Ministry's Twitter handle has shared a series of tweets, a briefing about the do's and don'ts at the time of the pandemic. Now, the ministry has tweeted, "Spitting in the open in public places. It's an offense, and doing so increases the danger of the infection." In another tweet, the Ministry of Health has emphasized on the importance of social distancing. The tweet went on saying that for the safety of citizens, please practice social distancing and also strengthen the fight against the virus. It also emphasized on frequent hand washing with soap and water and the use of alcohol-based sanitizers. Along with a message of physical distancing or social distancing, the ministry's Twitter handle has urged people to support the corona warriors and help them by paying them gratitude.
आज बहुत जरूरी है एक एहसास, सोचना उनके बारे में जिनकी बदौलत अब तक है सांस। जब आशाएं बुझ रही थीं, जब उम्मीदें सहम रही थीं, जब दबे पांव एक दुश्मन हमारे बीच उतर रहा था, तब कोई हमारे लिए बाहर निकल रहा था। हम जानते हैं ये सिर्फ अपनी ड्यूटी निभाना नहीं है, ज्यादा है उससे बहुत। हम में से कितने हैं जो औरों के लिए खड़े हैं, उम्र से नहीं जो कर्म से बड़े हैं। हमें मालूम है तुम्हारे भी परिवार हैं, हमारी तरह अपने संसार हैं, पर बिना अपनी परवाह किए, कर्तव्य को अपना हथियार किए, तुमने हमें सच्चे नायक, सच्चे हीरो का अर्थ समझाया है, इंसान होने का मतलब सिखाया है। आज तुम्हें सलामी देने का बड़ा मन है। तुम्हारी वजह से अब तक ये धड़कन है। तुमने दिल से अपना फर्ज निभाया है। अब बारी हमारी है। कोरोना से लड़ना हमारी भी जिम्मेदारी है। एक बार फिर तुम्हें शत शत नमन, सौ सौ सलाम।
Well, stuck due to the coronavirus pandemic, the wheels of the economy have started rolling again, and the rural areas of Maharashtra, which are in the green zone, are now slowly moving towards normalcy as it opens up to industries as well. Patriot Ratnapa Kumbhar Maga Swargaya Cooperative spinning mill is in Shirol Tehsil of Kolhapur district, and it's one such factory that's resumed work.
With the closure of industries and businesses in view of the nationwide lockdown due to the coronavirus outbreak, laborers are amongst the hardest hit. Although many of them are returning to their homes, but there are still some who haven't. Such laborers are being provided with basic essentialities of food and space to live by factory owners. Ratanappa Kumbar Magasvargiya Cooperative Spinning Mill in Maharashtra's Kolhapur district is proving to be a boon for such workers. Around 1,000 Bhumiputras were provided with employment, and in addition to this, a large number of laborers from North India also work here. As the area was declared green zone, the spinning mill got back on track and started functioning.
My heartfelt gratitude to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the central government for resumption of factories. This move will surely help in improving production during lockdown.
As the factory had arranged for laborers ahead of the lockdown so that they do not migrate. This has resulted in smooth resumption of the mill without any hassle. As the factory is running with full capacity, several measures to curb the coronavirus are also being taken by employers. With social distancing and regular sanitization as a condition to resume factories and businesses, the spinning mill in Kolhapur is also conducting COVID-19 tests for its workers. The spinning mill in Kolhapur is operating round the clock for 24 hours in 3 shifts and is currently producing about 7 to 8 tons of yarn at full capacity. Suman Givanni's report from Kolhapur, DD News.
The Uttar Pradesh government has started the process of skill profiling of migrant workers returning to the state. In a tweet, the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that the state government has directed the administration to carry out the skill profiling at district-level employment exchanges to boost massive skill mapping exercise. And some news now from the national capital, New Delhi, where a fire had broken out at a shoe factory in Keshavpuram this morning. A call was received at 8:34 in the morning that a fire had broken out, and 27 fire tenders were rushed to the spot to douse the flames. The fire was a medium category fire. It was brought under control. No casualty was reported. Major Suman Givanni of the Indian Army has been selected for the 2019 United Nations Military Gender Advocate of the Year Award for her role in raising awareness about the need to protect women and children from sexual violence during conflict when she was serving as a peacekeeper in South Sudan. She will share the award with Commander Carla Monteiro Araújo of the Brazilian Navy. Major Givanni and Commander Araújo will receive the award during an online ceremony which will mark the International Day of UN Peacekeepers. That's the 29th of May. And the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres will preside over this ceremony. Well, summer heat is searing in most parts of North and Central India. The India Meteorological Department has issued a red warning. This is for parts of Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Vidarbha and Telangana. For the next 4 days, 4 to 5 days in fact, the country recorded its highest temperature of 47.6 degrees Celsius in the last 2 days. And the rising temperatures in many parts of North India, the Met Office has issued a red alert, as we said, for the next 2 days. This is in Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh and Rajasthan. The Met Office says that the temperature can reach 47 degrees Celsius in the next 2 to 3 days and has issued an orange alert for heat wave in the eastern parts of Uttar Pradesh. However, the Met Office has also said that due to wind blowing from the east, the temperature may start dropping from May 28. Meanwhile, the IMD has also said that intense rainfall is likely at isolated chunks of Arunachal Pradesh, while heavy rainfall is likely to be witnessed at isolated areas over sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim during this period. And there's some good news now on the financial front. The Indian markets, the share markets, are tracking global trends, and they moved higher on Tuesday, led by gains in some of the beaten down financial stocks, with investor sentiment lifting on the stimulus hopes and also economies reopening after the coronavirus lockdowns. In early trade, The NSE Nifty, it was about 1.2% up at 9,148, and the BSE Sensex was about 1.4% up at 30,994. In Kerala, over 9 lakh students are taking the public exams today for class 10 and 12. These exams were scheduled to be conducted much earlier but had been postponed because of the nationwide lockdown. So special arrangements have been made to ensure the safety and security of students and teachers as the exams are being conducted amidst the coronavirus pandemic, and the exams are scheduled to be held till the 31st of May. Elaborate arrangements have been put in place by the state governments in coordination with the State Education Department and health authorities. All arrangements have been made in all exam centres, strictly following COVID-19 protocols. Special transport facility has also been provided for children to reach their exam centres. Masks and sanitizers will be provided to all exam centres, and they will be properly disinfected as well. So the students coming from containment zones and quarantine families will be seated separately. No shops will be allowed to open near the exam centres. Strict social distancing norms will be followed at all exam centres. The World Health Organization has warned that the world countries, the nations of the world, that they could be an immediate second peak of COVID-19 if the lockdown measures are withdrawn too soon. Mike Ryan, who heads the WHO Emergencies Program, in a press briefing said that the countries had to work to ensure that there was no immediate second peak of the virus. He added that countries would have to put in place comprehensive strategies to ensure a downward trajectory of the cases of COVID-19. Still with the World Health Organization, it said on Monday that it will temporarily drop hydroxychloroquine from its global study into experimental COVID-19 treatments, saying that its experts need to review all available evidence to date. The WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus has said that in the light of a paper which was published last week in Lancet that showed that people taking hydroxychloroquine were at a higher risk of death and heart problems, there would be a temporary pause on the hydroxychloroquine arm of its global clinical trial. Now, other treatments in the trial include the experimental drug remdesivir and also an HIV combination therapy. These are still being tested. Nepal has reported a 4th death due to the coronavirus, and according to the country's Ministry of Health and Population, swab samples of a 70-year-old patient who had died on May 17 tested positive for the coronavirus. Meanwhile, 79 more persons have tested positive yesterday, taking the total number to 682. On a positive side, 25 people were cured and discharged from various hospitals of the country on Monday. There are now 566 active cases, while 112 people have recovered. Now, 4 persons have died because of COVID-19. Currently, 46,029 people are under quarantine and 566 people have been kept in isolation across the country. All provinces of the Himalayan country are affected by the coronavirus. Scores of Colombian migrants, tourists and students, they remain stranded in Sao Paulo International Airport in Brazil. This is because of a lockdown over the coronavirus. Now, even as these stranded travelers hope to return home, other countries are imposing restrictions on travel from Brazil as it's become the number 2 hotspot for the coronavirus cases after the US. Meanwhile, Brazil has surpassed the US in daily coronavirus death toll. Brazil, for the first time, had recorded fatalities higher than the United States over the last 24 hours. The country registered more than 23,470 deaths so far, around 374,900 cases of the infection. The California Department of Public Health has said that businesses and churches, synagogues and mosques can reopen, but they can open at 25% occupancy, and other restrictions will also be imposed. The places of worship in California that were closed under the coronavirus containment rules in the United States may now open, and the new rules come amid a time of mounting pressure of state lawsuits from churches and protests as well. So the President, Donald Trump, had stressed upon reopening of churches in America to get back to work, but under the new rules, The business owners and religious leaders have to wait for approval from the county health officials before reopening of shops. The global pandemic has killed nearly 100,000 people in the United States alone. Britain will reopen thousands of high street shops, department stores as well, shopping centres. This will all happen from June, and it will set out a timetable for businesses as part of a move to ease the coronavirus lockdown. The Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that from June 1, outdoor markets, car showrooms, they could reopen as soon as they are able to meet the COVID-19 secure guidelines. All other non-essential retails units can be opened from June 15 if the government's tests are met. So this is conditional opening. And Dubai has announced a gradual reopening of business activities. This is from the 27th of this month. There will be no restrictions on movement between 6 a.m. and 11 p.m. The decision was taken following a comprehensive assessment of the committee's reports, various health and socio-economic aspects, and a thorough review of COVID-19 situation. International guidelines for coexisting with COVID-19 were also taken into consideration before making the decision. The new measures are aimed at adapting to COVID-19 situation without disrupting activity in vital sectors while strictly observing precautionary measures. Let's look at news from Ecuador, and the streets and the squares of Ecuador witnessed massive protests. This is against the economic measures imposed by the President Lenin Moreno in the face of the strong liquidity crisis and the dollarized economy amid the coronavirus pandemic. So the crisis has put pressure on the government to cut public spending. It includes a reduction in a working day as well as closure of several public entities. But Ecuador has registered some 37,355 infections, and it has a death toll of about 3,200 from the novel coronavirus. Authorities have said that the figure could be much higher because of underreporting. Now, several extremely rare snow leopards have been spotted on the outskirts of Kazakhstan's biggest city. Wildlife activists are calling for more measures to protect the endangered species. Just 150 snow leopards are estimated to be alive in the Central Asian nation out of a global population of less than 10,000. And the big cats are rarely seen even in the wild, let alone within city limits. But over the last week, at least 3 animals, a lone male and a female and a cub, have been spotted by a motion sensor equipped camera trap near the big Almaty Lake, a popular hiking destination, and this has been closed as part of the lockdown to everyone except people living in the direct vicinity. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thanks for being with us. Namaskar.